Hello everybody and welcome back to the Icons of Sin. I'm Durs and today we have to be extra quiet because Chris is hungover. Hello Chris.
Alright.
How are you feeling?
Very hungover.
So why are you hungover? Let's
Went out for birthday drinks since Thursday.
Thursday. Was your birthday on Thursday and you've been drinking since then?
Yes. At the pub.
At the pub. We are allowed now in pubs in the UK. So it's a novelty for us because we haven't been able to do that for a long time. So in gardens and for the most part you've had pretty good weather. Did you just get wet yesterday and just deal with it, or
it rained for a little bit, so we had some drinks at home.
Uh-huh.
And we went to the pub when it was dry, and then it started raining, so we had a few drinks, and then went home.
Oh, happy days. Are you drinking today, or are you going to give it a miss now? Are you done now, or are you continuing on?
I've sat here with a rum and coke.
Excellent. Well, we thought we'd go easy on Chris today, because, he's very hungover.
Appreciated.
And since it was your birthday, we thought we would talk about video game birthdays, games we got for our birthdays, gaming memories on our birthdays, maybe consoles if you got a console on your birthday. So we'll get to that. But first, aside from, when you've been drinking, maybe you've been playing while you've been drinking, what have you been playing lately, Chris?
Oh, I've gone back to some Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, the best. The pinnacle of Assassin's Creed games. Nice. How far are you to 100%? Because I know you've completed it.
I think it's about 80%.
Nice. So you're nearly there.
Yeah, it's finding all the locations. Some of them aren't on the map, so you got to kind of, and the treasure. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh man, that game is so much fun. I think it's the best Assassin's Creed game. I haven't played. Is it Valhalla, the latest one?
I haven't played that yet. I'm waiting for it to go on sale.
But I still don't see it beating Black Flag. I mean, maybe it will. But
I think there's more to do, isn't it?
Sure. I just want to mess around on the boats, to be honest. That's what I want.
Yeah.
As we say, is Skull and Bones is coming out soon, right? So that's what we're pinning our hopes on that, because me and Chris just want to go around in pirate ships. I love all the Assassin's Creed stuff, but the series became most fun with the naval combat. That is what I loved.
Oh, for sure. So
much fun, and I think it's great combining that with the Assassin's Creed mechanics as well, because you're a badass at sea and you're a badass on land as well. It's a great time. It's a great time all round.
What else have I been playing? I've still been on Warzone quite a bit.
Yeah, how are you doing with that? I saw you posted a video onto your YouTube the other week.
Yeah, not doing too bad. Obviously, there was the big Warzone update where everyone thought we were going to get a new map. It's not. It's still the same Verdansk, but it's been put back in time.
Yes, so apparently someone's got a theory now that it's all one big flashback. Being back in time.
Yeah, we were promised a new map though, not just a revamp of the original map. So
dear.
A bit disappointed.
Have you been caught up in the Big Bertha situation that's going on in Warzone at the moment? With apparently the players have become so bored in the solo version that they're just driving around in the Big Berthas. There's just like a convoy driving around the map. Because apparently in solo, I guess you've got less options. Yeah, apparently in solo, I guess you've got less options than when you're with a team of people. And they've just realised that the toughest thing, the best way to win the game is just to get the Big Berthas, and then once you're in it, it takes ages to kill them. So people are just driving around in them now, just endlessly, just driving around the map in Big Berthas. I gather the team one's a bit easier because I guess you can take one down with enough people then. But
yeah, probably.
But you did really well with a pistol, right? You took out like a load of people with a pistol only the other day.
Yeah, that was on the multiplayer. I think something like 63 kills in one match with just a pistol.
That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. I'm going for the. I've got a gold camo for all the pistols apart from the new one they've added, so I've been using that
so that you can get the gold camo for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost got it in one day. I think I got to get like one hip fire kill or something.
Right. So you'll probably get
Yeah.
there tonight.
Depends on M- moving images. Not good right now.
What is your drink of choice? Is rum and coke your go-to?
Uh, yeah, or cider. I got some Thatchers downstairs. Got some Red Stripe downstairs as well.
Yeah, fair
Two
enough.
bottles of rum.
I've been playing through some Diablo 2, continuing to play through those, especially after our lore conversation last time, or the time before last. Yeah, just been playing through the campaign again. Played through the campaign of Diablo 1. There's a wonderful mod now to make Diablo 1 a HD, and it's great. So I've been playing through that, and then play through good old Diablo 2. I know they're doing the HD remaster soon, but since I've got the original version, I thought, why wait? I'll just play through it right now. So, that's pretty much all I've been playing when I've had time. Yeah. So, let's get on to today's topic. Video games and birthdays as a kid, it's two things that go perfectly together. What are your video game birthday memories, Chris? Kick us off with one.
Well, I actually got Black Flag when it came out originally.
For your birthday?
8 years ago, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 8 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, that was. I didn't do anything when I got that.
It's just all you did.
Yep, pretty much.
Did you? I mean, I guess you knew what the game was about, and you'd already asked for it or hinted heavily that you were looking for it.
I played through the other ones, the other Assassin's Creed games, and I was big into them when they first came out. Now it's kind of hit and miss.
Yeah.
But when that came out and it was Pirates, I'm like, I need it.
Yeah.
I got the special edition in the metal case with all the artwork, the soundtrack on a disc and everything.
Did it come with like a gold doubloon or anything? Or
I don't know. I'm not sure where it is at the moment, but
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember it came in the metal case with all the artwork.
That's cool.
I had the pirate ship like postcard things.
Yeah.
Like really detailed picture of a pirate ship. I used to have them up in my old room. So that was good. That was a very good birthday present.
And nothing else happened that birthday?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that game is so much fun. I know we've said this before. My only complaint with that game is that you can't get different ships. I want to get different. I don't mind. I like the idea of upgrading your ship, but I want to steal one of the big,
Yeah, you just the option to change ship.
Yeah. Because like some of the bigger boats in the game are just awesome. You look at me like, I want to steal that. And I remember the first time I played the game, I was like, I'm going to go steal that boat now. And then you kill everyone on it, and it's like, oh, I didn't steal it though. It's kind of like added to your fleet or something. But I wanted to pilot it myself. I want it to be my ship.
And also to give yourself a challenge, if you could steal ships, you could get one of those little schooner ships.
Yeah, you could like complete the game on like the like smallest
ship with like 5 cannons.
That would be awesome. That game really did reinvigorate the Assassin's Creed franchise, I think, because at that point it was getting quite stale.
Yeah, they did have a little bit of the ship combat in Rogue, was it?
Yeah, I hear it wasn't great though, was it? Or it was, or there just wasn't enough of it, I guess.
Yeah, I think there was like a few missions, and I'm not entirely sure. So the Rogue is kind of like it blurs.
It blurs into Black Flag, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But I liked because Black Flag as well. The character you play, he just steals all of the assassin's outfit and stuff, doesn't he? It's not even his. To begin with. I love that because before you were always playing is this time honored tradition of the assassin and stuff, and it's all kind of inherited down. And it was kind of cool to play a character who just comes along and just destroys one of the assassins and then steals his outfit. So yeah, cool. I like that. And damn, it's a very piratey thing to do.
It definitely is, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually got a backstory that I know most of the characters have backstories, but his is quite good.
Is it? What is his backstory? Aside from he turned up and stole some guy's outfit.
Well, he got arrested and kicked out the Navy, I think, because he was going out to the ocean to promise his wife to get like rich and stuff like that, and it didn't work out. So he just started pirating.
Well, he gets pretty rich whenever I play with him. He does pretty well. He's got a lot of ships in his fleet now, so he's doing all right.
I've got everything. I can't do anything else with money in the game. I've got everything.
You're just finding treasure just to get that extra percentage, not for the money anymore. It's just to find it.
Yeah, just to fill up the bank. Just like you can't do anything with this money.
Give it away to the poor.
Well, it's not like I could even buy ammo because I just steal that from the people I kill on the ship. So I just got all this money and don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The island is fully upgraded now, so I've got, and my ship is, so I've got nothing to spend the money on.
Yeah, great game though, and I'm assuming not much happened on your birthday aside from playing that game in the end.
No,
once you started, yeah.
Oh yeah, once I started, that was it. Life is gone.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I can't. I'm pretty sure I remember which came first for birthdays. One of my earliest birthday memories was getting the awfully named Big Box 2 for the Commodore 64, which was it's a big box. It's a big red box, and it's got 30 games in it because obviously by the time I got my Commodore 64, it was late in the Commodore 64's life. So they started doing these, collections of games. So I ended up getting, a box with 30 games in it. And, obviously the Commodore was quite old at that time, but still, as a kid, you're like, oh, I just got 30 games for my birthday, 30 in one box. And they were all great games as well, because it's compilations of all the great games up to that point they put in these big box collections. So, to not just get one game on your birthday, but to get 30 games on your birthday. And some of my favorite Commodore 64 games, like Hunter's Moon and, games like that, all came from the Big Box 2. I have never seen Big Box 1. And if I ever find it on eBay or anything, I'm going to buy it just to have it, because I've never seen it. But yeah.
And what games are in it?
In Big Box 1, I did look, and it's a lot of games I've played anyway, because obviously over the years I've played a lot of Commodore 64 games. But it just to have it, because I've got 2. It feels wrong having 2 and not having 1. It's like I want 1, but it never comes up, or very rarely anyway. And when it does, it seems to be like a silly price. But But yeah, such good memories of that, and just the joy of like, oh my god, I've got like 30 games in one. And if you bear in mind that they were all on tape, the amount of time it took to load 30 games, it's probably a lot of my life has been spent waiting for those 30 games to load. And then shortly after, probably a year or so after, for my birthday, I got Super Mario Brothers 3, which, in my opinion, the best Super Mario game ever made.
How many is there now?
It's Mario games? Oh, Lord. Yeah. I guess it depends, because if you're taking into account the Game Boy games and everything else, you're probably into like 30-odd games now, I guess. Maybe even more. But obviously Mario Brothers 3 was the third.
Wow. I just Googled it.
Yeah, how many?
200 games.
Well, there you go.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, you got to think of all the handhelds, all the consoles,
and they've got like Mario. They got golf. They got Mario Kart.
Oh,
Mario
I was thinking.
Tennis.
Sorry, I was thinking Mario. I was thinking straight Mario games. Yeah, of course. If you're taking into account Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Paint, all of the side stuff, yeah, you've got like probably hundreds is probably correct. But yeah, in terms of sorry, I was thinking straight. What in terms of platforming? Straight up Mario games, how many were there? But yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a hell of a franchise, and I was fortunate enough to be there near the start. I had I had Mario Brothers. Sorry, not Super Mario Brothers. I had Mario Brothers on the Commodore 64, and then I got Mario Brothers Then I got Super Mario Brothers on the NES when I got my NES. I don't think I ever got a console for my birthday. That was more of a Christmas thing. So
Yeah.
it's always games on my birthday, and I always remember getting Mario Brothers 3 because I already owned Super Mario Brothers, and I thought it was a great game. But then Super Mario Brothers 3 is like amazing because it was so much. The graphics were so much better. The gameplay was so much more in depth. The powers you could get were really cool. And to this day, Super Mario Brothers 3 is still my favorite Mario Brothers game of all time. It's amazing.
Oops.
It's all right. It's all right.
Dying. Don't mind me.
It's the hangover, man. Just power through.
I haven't actually played that many Mario games. So
yeah, you said
Mario Kart.
Everyone loves some Mario Kart.
I think I may have played like Mario at a friend's house, but obviously we were always like, we had PlayStations and an Xbox. We never really had Nintendos apart from that handheld.
Yeah, your generation was when the Nintendo was kind of third wheel to PlayStation and Xbox, and I guess even then, it was probably post Dreamcast that you were into gaming as well. So I guess Sega was pretty much out of the picture as well by that point.
We did have a Dreamcast and an Atari.
Nice,
at some point.
Nice. Well, that's good. Can't go wrong with Atari. Or
I can't for the life of me remember any of the games apart from I know Pac-Man was on there.
Yeah.
Frogger maybe. I loved Frogger.
Yeah, Frogger was probably on there. Was it one of the plug and play Ataris?
Rather
than the cartridge base. Yeah. So they've probably got Frogger and Asteroids.
Space Invaders.
Missile Command, probably. Yeah, Space Invaders.
I love the arcade games.
Oh, you cannot beat arcade games. I'm a huge fan of arcade games. Massive. In fact, I was playing a game the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is a really fun game." And I bet no one really bothered playing it. It came out on the PS3, and it's I think it was a download only, and it came out pretty much at launch. I think it's called Dead Nation. Dead Nation.
Oh,
it's a top-down twin stick shooter.
Yeah,
and it reminds me of like Robotron 2084 or Smash TV, those kind of games. But with zombies, it's great fun. I played it for hours the other day. I just started playing it. I was like, oh, I forgot how good this game is.
I think I actually have that.
You probably do. I think everyone probably owns it that has a PS3. It's just one of those games that I think probably came with it or something. But great fun. But yeah, the classic arcade games, there's something about them. And I think it's that you can just jump into a game for like 5 minutes. And I love that with arcade games. It's not games that don't need me to spend any amount of time. I can just play Pac-Man for like, 2 minutes.
In Bristol, you still have that arcade? Is that still around? Because I know I went there once and it was closed for a bit. Is it still there?
They've opened. There's new ones now. So there's one. There is a new one that's just open, which I haven't checked out. But there are a few. I think the old arcade bars are becoming a big thing now. So
when travels are being relaxed a little bit, and when we got some free time, we'll have to come down to Bristol. We'll just go around the arcades and have fun.
Yeah, man. Well, it's according to the Prime Minister, we should in theory be out of lockdown on my birthday week. So nice. anytime after that, we'll do something. Yeah, man, that sounds fun. We could go out for the day.
Icons at the arcade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Paul and Chrissy, me and you. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. So, Chris, any other birthday memories? Video game birthday memories?
On the PlayStation 3, there's one of the first games to come out on it. I know because we got it with the PlayStation.
Killzone?
It was a bit after my birthday, but it was kind of like my birthday present. Resistance.
Oh, Resistance Fall of Man. Yeah, I remember having a lot of fun with that game, actually, when it came out.
Those games were amazing. They haven't carried on the franchise. I'm like, why?
Yeah,
they were absolutely amazing. There's 3 of them, I believe, aren't there?
Something like that. I think I've only played the first one, to be honest, but I remember really enjoying it when it came out.
Yeah, because they did have a multiplayer bit, but it was mainly like solo or co-op game.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of like purely story focused games anymore. It's all online. It's all a money grab, and it's like, give me story campaigns. I don't have friends.
Yeah. I mean, and also, I don't always. There's only so much I see, like, Call of Duty Warzone, right? For example, I think it's a great game. It's fun. But for me, it's an arcade game. It's the kind of game I'll play for a bit and then I'll just wander off. For me, like, to play a game long term, I need a story to get me involved and to keep me kind of interested. So yeah, I agree. Those kind of games, and it does feel like a lot of single player games are disappearing now. You've still got the big ones like that come out. You get like Last of Us 2. Those are obviously story driven games, and there are quite a few out there, but certainly less than there used to be. It's all centered around battle royale at the moment, isn't it? Or it feels that way.
Yeah, Warzone's actually the only battle royale that I kind of like.
Yeah, you love that game, haven't you? You've really taken that up because you didn't really do the battle royale much before.
I only ever did it when I was playing with friends.
Yeah,
because then it was quite fun, and then I got into it on my own, just with random players. Yeah, I quite like it. It's all right. It just depends what lobby you're in. Sometimes I'll have a game or two and I'll start in another one and it's like, oh, I just can't be asked, and then I'll go back to multiplayer.
Yeah. Fair enough, man. Yeah, I get that. But there is something about a story-based game, and Resistance: Fall of Man. I do have fond memories of it. Isn't it like, I think it's an alien invasion, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of taken over, and you are the Resistance.
Yeah, I can't remember if they take over or they were like dormant or something. I think it might be in one of the second or third one where you kind of reclaim Earth and then they lie dormant, and then there's another wave or something.
God, it's been so long since I've played that game. Do you know, I even forgot that it existed until you said it, and as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, Resistance. I remember Resistance, because it was quite a big game when it came out on PS3, because it was early. It was early PS3, wasn't it, as well? If I remember rightly.
Yes, I think it was one of the launch games.
You may be right. I'm just going to look it
up. I remember we got the PlayStation with
Resistance,
and I can't remember what else.
2007. It must have been a launch title. Yeah, it was. It was a launch title in the US. I do have fond memories of that game. It's good fun. It's really good fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and find a PS3 for cheap, and then get Resistance again, because I've only got a PS4 here. That's it.
PS3 is super cheap at the moment.
Yeah, CEX do have a GameCube that keeps looking at me.
Oh, you can't go wrong with the GameCube.
It's like 80 quid though, which is a bit.
Oh, that seems steep. To be honest, I've owned a GameCube for decades, so I've not looked at the price of GameCubes, but that seems high to me.
Probably, but it's the only games. The CEX up here is the only game
store.
shop, so they've kind of got a. Yeah,
might be worth looking on eBay, see if you can get one cheaper. But then obviously you've got to hope that it gets shipped to you. Okay.
Yeah,
those lasers. It's alright with older consoles, but when you've got consoles with lasers, DVD, CD media is a problem, I think. Those lasers get a bit dislodged in postage quite easily. Yeah,
I just want the GameCube because I want
because it's amazing.
Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium, where you fight each other. Yeah. I think that was GameCube.
There's one on N64, and I think there was a sequel on the GameCube. I've also got a version on Wii as well. I've got Pokemon, I think it's called Colosseum or something, on the Wii. There are a few, but yeah, oh man, those games were great fun, especially as a Pokemon fan. It's great.
Yeah, you could also put you could hook your like Game Boy Color or Advance up to them. You could transfer your Pokemon from the game. I think
you could
something like that.
Which you could. Yeah, there's a. In fact, you're right. That was specifically on the GameCube version because it came with an adapter that you could put on the bottom of the GameCube. I remember that let you do it.
I never played it. Only ever played it at my cousin's house because we didn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's any excuse after school, just like I'm coming home with you, and we'll just sit there and play Pokemon for ages.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's great as well because when you're doing that, then you've caught the Pokemon on your Game Boy, and then you could transfer it over, and it's the Pokemon that you raised and trained, in the arena. It kind of
Yeah, I
adds an
have been,
extra level of depth and fun to the game when it's it's a Pikachu that you've raised rather than when you just got in the game.
yeah, I have been looking in maybe getting a Nintendo Wii just for when we're not in the mood to actually game, but like we're downstairs just wondering what to do. The Wii's brilliant. Just whack out for some like random games. Like I like the bowling and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
It's great for party games. The thing you need to remember as well, if you get a Wii. Not a Wii Slim, not one of the red Wii Slims. You get an original Wii. It is a GameCube as well. It'll play GameCube games, and it's got ports directly for GameCube controllers. Yeah, in the top.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Two birds, one stone.
It is, yes, two birds with one stone. So that's well worth doing, because then you effectively have a GameCube as well as a Wii. With a Wii.
Nice.
So that's worth bearing in mind, and they are cheaper, yeah, because no one cares about
no one
Wii
likes
anymore.
the Wii.
Well, they do. The thing is, I think it's the cycle of retro. It's like a couple of generations back, and at the moment we've gone past NES and we've gone past Super Nintendo and we've gone past the N64. That was recently, and now it feels like GameCube is what's retro now, and it's the right age of people. It's people becoming adults. And then looking back at what they bought as kids or what they owned as kids and what they want to buy it back. And that's when retro becomes popular and that's when the prices go up. And I think that's why the GameCube's going up in price. Because it's the right age. It's people that have now got jobs and they're looking back and being like, oh, I want to buy my childhood back.
I'm doing exactly the same because I want to get a Wii. I want a GameCube. I'm actually on my phone now looking at original Xboxes and PlayStation 3s and 2s because I want there's games I want to play that don't transfer well to the remastered.
Yeah. So, they don't all work. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But the thing is, I got nowhere to put all these bloody consoles I want.
Well, that is a problem. I've got a lot of consoles. They're all upstairs. Yeah.
I've got one. I've only got my desk in the bedroom with obviously a TV on it, Mac. PlayStation's underneath. I've only got this little desk for my gaming stuff.
The thing that you forget about as well is it's not just the console, because the consoles alone I've got a lot of consoles upstairs. They take up quite a bit of room, but they don't take up as much bloody room as all of the power adapters and the controllers and all of the peripherals that go along with every single console. Once you start adding all of that up as well, the space starts disappearing. That's the big issue.
Well, plug socket wise, that won't be an issue because I've got a like a tower thing with I think 12 plugs on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like USB
I've given up. I could never plug all of my consoles in at the same time. That would be madness. That would just be a fire waiting to happen. So
yeah,
I just only have I always leave them unplugged and then just plug them in when I want to. But
I've been looking into maybe getting an original Xbox because the first two Halo games
you can mod them as well. The original Xbox is like one of the best emulators you can get.
Oh,
if you mod them, they'll play everything pre-Xbox really well.
I suppose I should just save instead of getting all these little consoles. I should save up, get a PC where you can play pretty much anything anyway.
Well, there is that. That is an option.
I was talking to my dad the other day. He came up to visit, and he's obviously got like £1,400 gaming computer during lockdown. And my younger brother keeps complaining at him because he's got this like, high spec, high end computer, and he just plays Age of Empires.
Oh, a good man.
Yeah, but he doesn't play anything else. He's got Age of Empires and a bit of Minecraft. My little brother's like, you've got this amazing computer, play something else. He's like, no, I'm happy.
Exactly. Name a better game than Age of Empires 2. Go on. I dare you.
Don't blame
He's got the perfect argument. It's just like, well, name a better game. Come on.
Yeah, I'd probably play.
You'd do the same. You would do the same. If you got a massive gaming PC, I reckon one of the first games you would buy on Steam would be Age of Empires 2 HD edition.
Yeah, I think this actually comes up every time I talk about I want a PC. Just like I just want to play Age of Empires.
Yeah. Well, we said that would be one of the first games that we play on like Icons versus Chong Games. It would be Age of Empires 2. Especially with that HD, that 4K remaster they've done of it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Because the
And
art style is amazing. So
Yeah, with the Forgotten DLC thing as well. Oops. Yeah. What's it called? Yes, the Forgotten, and then with the Dracula campaign and stuff like that.
I think you get everything with the 4K remaster. You get all of the add-ons and expansions. It's so good. So good.
See, my only problem is when I do get a PC and switch over to playing more on PC, I've got to get used to first-person shooters, keyboard and mouse, because I can't do it.
I can't do controllers. I'm so used to the accuracy of a mouse that going to a controller just feels awful to me. I will purposely not buy first-person shooters for a console because I can't stand it. I'm so used to that accuracy with a mouse that going to a game controller is just, it's not right. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I wish I could, because I guess it's the same for me. I'd have to get used to using a controller if I went that way. It's just,
I suppose I could plug in a Xbox controller. They work on PC.
Yeah, they do. I've got my if I use a controller on my PC, I just use my Xbox 360 controller. That's the controller I always go to, and it works great.
I would like to get better at keyboard and mouse though, because as you said, accuracy, and it's
you will not beat the accuracy of a mouse. It's amazing.
Because I tried to Rainbow Six Siege was on sale. So I've got that, and it obviously I've been watching a load of it on YouTube, and it looks so good. But my controller is fucked.
Oh no!
So it's all right for Call of Duty, but the pushing the L3 and R3, the push down on the analog stick, it's buggered. And one of the analog sticks is a bit buggered. And with Siege, you can kind of like tilt your gun either angle with a click of the button, and I just can't play it with my controller. Which is a shame, because it looks really fun.
It does look really fun. I've never played it, but it does look fun. I like Rainbow Six. So, yeah. I might give it a go one day.
It was like £6, so I was like, let's buy that.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. So, birthday memories. Mech Warrior 2, 31st Century Combat. An early PC game, memory of mine. Got it for my birthday. And it blew me away. Probably one of the first simulation style games that I played. Maybe X-Wing before that. I probably did play X-Wing before that, but certainly one of the first was Mech Warrior 2. It's obviously based on BattleTech. I don't know if you know anything about BattleTech.
No, but
it's basically a futuristic world where basically wars are determined by fighting in giant mechs, effectively.
Oh, fair enough. Yes, my mind was like, words.
Yeah, so it's set in the future, and there's clans that rule the galaxy, different clans, and they're all at war with each other. And Mech Warrior 2 takes place in one of those wars, and you play as one of two clans that are part of the BattleTech franchise, either Clan Wolf or Clan Jade Falcon. And you can play as either, and both campaigns kind of cross over in the middle, because it was basically a part of the Refusal War. Excuse me. Part of the Refusal War, and the two clans are kind of going head to head. So you see either you can play it through as the losing clan or play it through as the winning clan, and it's up to you which side you want to take. You can kind of complete one, then go back and complete the other. But it's one of the first kind of really in-depth combat sims that I played, where you have to manage your heat levels of your mech, because it'll overheat. You have to manage your weapon loadouts. Your weapons can get destroyed, and then you have to kind of, think on your feet a bit. It was bettered by Mech Warrior Mercenaries, which was the expansion, quote-unquote expansion pack. It's more of a sequel.
Yeah, it does actually sound really good, because I like those really in-depth games.
Oh, it's great.
But some people just can't. They just can't pull it off, but that sounds like good, because what was it? Is it StarCraft or something where they tried to do too much in it, or
StarCraft's a strategy game, isn't it? Oh, Eve.
Yeah, it was one of the spaceship games where you had to like manage everything and divert power and stuff.
That's
and
Eve.
It was a good idea, and it was just I didn't like it.
Yeah,
it was too much.
This is much more simple. I mean, this is back in the the 90s. It's like 93, 95. Sorry, 95. And it's much more simple than that. But you're basically it's you're sent into these situations to deal with whatever mission you have to deal with, but how you deal with it is kind of up to you. And you can kind of command your lance of mechs and tell different people where to go and what to do, and it's really 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 good fun. It kind of changed gaming for me in a way, Mechwarrior 2, because it was that it's not just like mindless shooting. I need to think about my resources, how much ammo do I have left for my missiles, and like one of the mech's arms have been blown off, so I don't have access to those weapons anymore. I need to kind of think on my feet, and if you overheat, your mech will shut down, but then you can override the shutdown if you want. So basically, it's got like fail safes in the mech, so that if your mech overheats, it'll shut down so that it cools down. And once it's cool, it'll then boot back up. But obviously, if you shut down mid-combat, you'll get shot at and destroyed probably while you're shut down, or at least heavily damaged while you're shut down. So you've got a keyboard command to override the shutdown. But then obviously, you're dangerously hot. So if you override the shutdown and keep firing, your mech will just explode eventually. So you need to be very careful on how you manage your temperature. You can lose limbs. You can, it's great. It's so much fun.
It sounds like really good fun. The only like mech kind of game I've played is Crazy Ivan.
Crazy Ivan, yes, which I've got on my PC. I played, put some footage in one of the previous icons it's in, because it was like it's the game that you said no one believes exists.
Yeah, no one's heard of it, and it's like, no, I swear it was a game.
Here. In fact, one day when you come over, we'll play Crazy Ivan over here. You come over and give it a go.
Is it made in 1996?
What, Crazy Ivan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of after Mech 2, Mechwarrior 1 is what it is. I've gone back and played it since. It's a good game for its time, but Mechwarrior 2 kind of set the standard. And I think after Mech 2, there were a lot of mech games that came out a lot. And Crazy Ivan, I remember Amok as well. Amok was another one.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah, there was a lot. But I've got such fond memories of Mechwarrior 2. And that's another one of those, like, you just remember certain birthdays. And that's one where I'm like, oh, God, I remember that time. And, as soon as I play Mechwarrior 2, it takes me back to that birthday.
Well, what's another good one I had on? It was either a birthday or Christmas. I think it was.
I've tried to avoid Christmas. There are a few where I was like, "Did I get that for my birthday or Christmas?" But go for it anyway. It was
Crash Team Racing on the PlayStation 1.
Dude,
now it was one.
I'm a diehard Mario Kart guy. I love Mario Kart, and I think Mario Kart and maybe Diddy Kong, probably some of the best racers. But my God, Crash Team Racing was amazing. Amazing.
Oh, so much fun. Especially it's something I could play with my brothers and sister.
Yeah, totally.
Just sit down.
Oh man. So much fun. What was your favorite
character?
character?
Controllers. Tiny, the tiger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd play as him, or I quite like Ripperoo.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only two characters I'd play really. Obviously, you have to play to unlock them. There's like a story, isn't there?
Yeah.
I do miss the Crash Bandicoot games. There was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they've brought out a new one, haven't they? Crash Bandicoot 4.
I think so. I know they've remastered the original trilogy, which I want to get.
They've remastered it, and they've also released a new one now as well, I believe. So yeah, it could be worth looking out for that on PS4 when it's cheap.
Yeah.
Crash Team Racing, I think, is as good of a kart racer as you will get on the PlayStation. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was. Oh, there was a lot of rum in that bit.
You get into the bottom of the glass there.
Yeah. Was it PlayStation 1 or 2? I can't remember. I think it might have been
PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might have been a sequel on PS2.
We had to plug in the multi-tap, so it's definitely PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Big red box with...
Oh, the multi-tap. I remember the multi-tap. I don't own a multi-tap, but I remember them. I remember them being a thing.
We used to use it all the time because we played the little deathmatch bit in Quake 2. We used to play that split 4 screens.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good fun. Quake 2 is great for multiplayer. I've never played the PlayStation version, but yeah,
I tried to play it back on on an actual PlayStation 1 again, and I was like, how the hell did I do
anything?
Play shooters? No, how did I play shooters back then without analog sticks? I'm just like, what?
Did you get? I thought they released a dual analog for the PlayStation 1, like towards the end of the PlayStation 1. I think they did. Or maybe it was just one. I think it might have just been one analog.
Yeah, I think they did, but obviously we never got one because then we got the PS2.
You just get used to what you get used to, though, you know? And it's fine at the time. It's difficult to go back to some shooters because things have progressed so far now.
Well, even now, because obviously I've been playing PlayStation for ages.
Yeah.
And if I go try and play Xbox, I keep pressing like where triangle and like X and stuff should be, and it's obviously X, Y, B, and A, isn't it? So when it says press like Y or something, I actually have to look at the controller and go, right, where's that?
Yeah, because you're just used to the PS4 now, PS3, PS2. I mean, that controller hasn't really changed since PS2. It's the same kind of controller.
Yeah, and because I play with a wired controller, which is off-brand because I've got so much stuff that the wireless ones just get too much interference and don't work.
Do you know what? I can't stand wireless controllers anyway. I just rather have them wired, personally.
Yeah,
they never run out of battery. It's never going to be a problem. Just play.
Well, this one's a bit buggered now. I need to get another one, but it was like £12 and it lasted me almost a year. So
yeah, that's not bad going. Considering how much you play it, that's pretty good going.
Yeah, if I do go back to the original controller, because obviously this one's an off-brand one, so it's a slightly different shape. Even the original official PlayStation controllers feel weird now. It's like it's too small because mine's a bit bigger for my big ass hands.
Yeah. Oh man, I've got really fond memories of Crash Team Racing. That was a really good game. That was great.
I think they might have remastered that for the PS4 as well.
They were on about doing it. I don't know whether they have or not, but they certainly were on about it. I remember that. I definitely remember that.
Let's have a bit of a Google then.
Do a Google and I'll talk about... Well, I don't really need to talk about Command & Conquer because we have talked about Command & Conquer at length. Me and Daz did that's one of our 4-hour podcasts, I think, was Command & Conquer. We just went through the whole history of Command & Conquer. But it was one of my fondest birthday games because I played Command & Conquer over a friend's house, after school or on a weekend, and I was obsessed with Command & Conquer. It was obviously Warcraft had come before it, Zed, a few other games, but Command & Conquer for me was the RTS that really sold me on RTS, and I kind of went back and played Warcraft afterwards. But my God, when I first saw Command & Conquer, it was the coolest game I had ever seen in my life, and I wanted that game, and it was the game I asked for more than any other game, for a year or whatever, until my birthday came around and I finally got it.
I did. I've played it a bit. Obviously, I was more into Age of Empires then.
Of course. Well, and of course, by the time you got into it, it was quite old, so it was kind of difficult to go back to that older style of RTS. I have been trying to find an RTS to play because I do like them, but obviously without a PC, how do they work on console? Are they as good on console? I've not really played one. I imagine it's kind of awkward, but
I could plug in my keyboard and mouse because that works for some games.
Yeah,
but when we were playing Minecraft, I had my keyboard and mouse in because I cannot use the controller for Minecraft.
It must be a nightmare.
Yeah, and I tried to plug my keyboard and mouse in for Elder Scrolls Online, but the PlayStation 4 version won't support keyboard and mouse for that game. So I was like,
that's annoying.
But I'm assuming with an RTS, you should be able to plug in keyboard and mouse.
I would hope so.
So I've been hearing a lot about, or there's another podcast I listen to, the Yogscast one.
Mm-hmm.
they're always talking about like XCOM and stuff like that. So I really want to get into that, but I know that's PC only, I think.
No, there is XCOM. So XCOM started on PC. I've got it here somewhere. There it is. I've got the big box version of UFO from back in the day. But what that is, that's not a real-time strategy game. That is a turn-based tactics game. So it's like a squad-based game. But it's great, right? So I love UFO. The original XCOM is one of my favorite games of all time. And
see, I've just heard them talk about it, and it sounds fun.
Oh,
so
it's so much fun, man. But
so
they have
really
done versions. So there is so the new ones that they released in the last couple of years. They did XCOM Enemy Unknown and XCOM Enemy Within, I think, or something like that. Those games are available on console. So they came out on the 360, I think the PS3 as well. They did a version. So they might be available on PS4. I don't know. But they did do it. And those work quite well on console from what I remember. They do work. But those are more like tactics than real-time strategy. You're not building a base or anything. You're just managing a team.
Right, okay.
But it's great fun, though. I highly recommend giving them a go. You play as like a counter-alien task force. So basically, whenever UFOs appear, your XCOM team are the team that shoot them down, and you kind of manage the base. You manage your base. You build your base. Not in the way of like an RTS, but like you get like a world map and you build you build a base in the world, and then you kind of just manage the resources of that base and certain things like that. And then it's a different screen, and then when you shot down a UFO, you go in with your team, and then it's like the tactics game. It's really fun, and it's not as complicated as it sounds. Certainly not the newer ones anyway. They're well worth a go. But I remember just wanting Command and Conquer probably more than almost any game in my life. I was so obsessed with that game as a kid. I can't even tell you how obsessed I was. And then when I finally got it and I was playing through it on my birthday, again, it's like that Assassin's Creed moment, right? It's like, this is what I'm doing with my life from now on. I'm just playing Command and Conquer forever. And that game didn't even have a skirmish mode. So when I completed it, I remember completing it, and then I made a save on the last level of Nod and the last level of GDI, just so that I could basically have a skirmish, because everything's unlocked on the last level. So I just had everything, and I could just play the last level over and over again as kind of a skirmish before skirmishes existed.
Red Alert had skirmishes, didn't it?
Yeah, so Red Alert was the sequel to Command and Conquer, and
Red Alert was the first one I played.
Yeah, so Red Alert's the first one that had a skirmish mode, and I loved that so much. And the good thing about Red Alert, of course, is the naval units. It's all about the naval units with Red Alert. I used to love building my navy up in Red Alert.
I do the same on Age of Empires. I reckon when I do get PC,
we're
going to have
both
a lot of fun playing Command and Conquer and Age of Empires.
Yeah, there's a HD version of Command and Conquer now as well. It's great. Between the remastered Command and Conquer and the remastered,
it's going to be a mile long.
It is, but if you stick to like Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, they'll be cheaper games as well. Because they're not the AAA new games; they're like just remasters. But yeah, you're right. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. I think there's going to be a lot of cross channel content when we get to those.
Yeah, we'll just start like a Discord call in
for sure,
Age of Empires. Yeah, my dad plays a lot of Age of Empires, so
we can team up against your dad. We'll take on your dad. But bear in mind, he's been playing it non-stop since, 2000?
Since it came.
Yeah. When did Age of Empires 2 come out? I can't remember. I've got it here.
1999.
I've literally got the box right next to me. 1999, yeah. So he's been playing it since then, so I'm guessing by now he's got it down.
Yeah, well, he was playing it since the original one came out, so the first one.
Yeah, I've got the original here as well.
Well, Christ, when did that come out?
When we do I think it's 98, but give me a second. I'll grab it. When we do our live stream, I can actually show you the boxes of these, because they're right next to me.
Ooh.
I've got Age of Empires here. So Age of Empires came out in
1997.
1997. Why did I say 98? Yeah, 97. Do you know, I'm glad I own this. This is my original copy of Age of Empires, but I don't think I'll ever play it again. It's one of those games, like Age of Empires was great when it came out, but Age of Empires 2 is just better in every conceivable way, to where there's just never a need to go back to it.
No, I do occasionally go and play, or well, I used to, Mythology with the Titans.
I love Mythology. Good. I think that's an underrated game.
Yeah, and then when they started the newest one, where it's kind of more it's still like kind of top down but 3D, and you can only build in certain places, can't you, or something? And I just I don't like this.
I wasn't a fan of Age of Empires 3 personally.
It peaks at Age of Kings.
Yes, it does, and I think Mythology is a really fun idea. Mythology works well for me. I enjoy Mythology for what it is.
Yeah, especially when you can get the Titans as well.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely wreck stuff.
I was playing Titan Quest the other day, actually. Funny enough, it reminded me of games I've been playing in the last couple of weeks.
I downloaded Titanfall.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, Titan Quest is like it's Diablo, but it's set in Greek mythology, so you're kind of obviously fighting titans and stuff.
I've still been playing that Fallen Sword click quest thing.
Fallen Sword? Oh, yes, of course, the game that you couldn't remember the name of for ages, and you were
I thought it was Broken Sword.
You thought it was Broken Sword, yeah, which is a very different game.
I've been playing that quite a bit because it's a browser game, so it will run on my Mac.
Yeah, just about. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man.
I did figure out that this computer is a bit Mac's a bit slow because I figured out it is 14 years old.
Oh, that's doing well for 14 years old, dude.
I've only got it because I'm not going to get rid of it because it's got all literally every Adobe program bought from the previous owner, so I don't want to get rid of it because it's for editing and stuff.
I think you should keep hold of that for sure.
And it works for the podcast, even though sometimes it is a bit slow.
Yeah, it sounds fine here for sure on this podcast.
I was trying to say something about Command and Conquer when you started talking, but I forgot. Well, I muted myself to vape, and then it wouldn't let me unmute, so I was talking and looked down and said, no, it's... just obviously about I came into the series at Red Alert. Yeah.
And Red Alert's a wonderful game. Red Alert is a wonderful game.
Yeah,
I think that was a Christmas. I think Red Alert was a Christmas one for me.
I did like it, but obviously the medieval Age of Empires, that had my...
Yeah, that's where your love was.
Yeah, the aesthetic of the medieval stuff. Red Alert was a lot of fun, but definitely Age of Empires was my go-to.
Yeah, and when you get a PC, Chris, as we always say, it will be probably the first game we play together will be Age of Empires 2.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I've got an eye on a PC, I just don't have the funds for it.
Well, eventually.
Yeah, I just got to save up and stop buying stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem. What are there any other birthday games or gaming memories?
The original, the first Borderlands.
Ooh. Now there's a game.
I love the series.
Yeah, it's Diablo with guns. It's first-person Diablo, as far as I can see. It's a looter shooter, as they're called now.
Yeah. I bought the first one. Obviously, I played it around my friend's house, and we were doing co-op, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing!" So when it was my birthday and I had a bit of money, I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go buy Borderlands." Yeah, and I absolutely loved playing that because I figured when we were playing split screen at my friend's house, I could get level my character up at home, put it on a memory stick, and I could upload it back at his. So I could play it as my character that I play at home, and then save it on the memory stick and put it back on the other one. Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah, that's really cool. I remember Borderlands was amazing. That's another game, though. I don't know if I'd go back to playing Borderlands because Borderlands 2 is so much better.
Yeah, I was about to say Borderlands 2 is my favourite.
Yeah.
I do have Borderlands 3, and I've got about an hour's playtime on it.
I don't have it. Is it any good, or is it not? Just not the same?
Well, obviously like an hour or so. You're still kind of in the beginning bit, aren't you?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
the world opens up. So I don't know because I can't remember why I put it. Why I stopped playing it. I think it's when I was doing. I stupidly bought it when I was in the middle of my Dark Souls playthroughs. So
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
got forgotten about.
Well, sometimes these things, sometimes the games come on sale, and it's like, oh well, it's cheap now, so I might as well get it now if it's on sale, and then play it later. It could be that. It could be that.
Well, I can tell like when's the last time I played it because I only have a very small amount of physical games. Like hundreds of mine are on like 2 hard drives. They're all digital.
Yeah, we're the opposite of each other.
I do like getting the physical games, but obviously I've had people buy me games and games that come on sale when the game shops weren't open, especially up here. So I've just bought them online.
Yeah,
but where my physical games are, they're stacked upwards, so I can tell. Because if one's at the bottom I want to play, I'll take that out from the bottom, and then obviously it'll go back on top.
Yeah, so you've got like a history of when you last played.
7. Yeah, Borderlands 3 is 8th.
Okay, that's quite a while ago, I'm guessing.
Yeah, especially because Elder Scrolls Online's above it, Skyrim's above it, Fallout, or and Doom. So yeah, it hasn't been played in a while.
Nice. Yeah,
I do need physical games. That's why I love sometimes finding games in charity shops or CEX, because sometimes they've got really good deals on. So I'd just go in there, pick up a few games for like 20 quid, and then play them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Why not?
I've got a game just called Zombie, but with an I.
Oh, I think that's what was Zombie U originally, which was
not very good.
It's the Wii U's zombie game. Well, half the kind of gimmick with that game, and it's not a great game, but it had some interesting mechanics, was that on the Wii U, obviously the Wii U comes with a controller which has got a screen on it. So when you went into your inventory or anything in that game, it was all real time, so things are still happening when you're looking in your inventory. So you had this kind of horror mechanic of trying to deal with your inventory while zombies are coming at you. So zombies are coming at you on the TV while you're looking at your inventory screen on the tablet, and you're kind of trying to sort out your inventory or switch weapons and all that kind of stuff on there. So it kind of worked better on the Wii U than it does probably on consoles, but it's not a great game. It's a bit of fun though.
Yeah.
It gets better if you kind of persist and play through.
It was a bit of fun. I don't know. Did you hear the kids scream? I don't know what's going on then. It's a bit of fun. Might be something good to stream because it's
yeah. It could be fun to stream.
I don't know. We'll have a look.
Yeah. Are there any other video game birthday memories for you, Chris?
Not off the top of my head, mate.
Not off the top of your head. Well, we'll let you go back to sleep. You can rest your head.
I just heard the front door. I think Chrissy's parents might have come round.
Ah, cool. Well, we will let you get back to that now. I have not been feeling great lately, which is why I haven't done the video I promised to do. But I will be doing that video. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Do that video tomorrow, announcing that not next weekend, but the weekend after, we are doing our goddamn 1-year anniversary of the Icons of Sin podcast. Our live stream, 5 p.m. On I think the 15th, isn't it? The 15th? Let me check the diary.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, the 15th, Saturday the 15th at 5 p.m. on Daz's channel. I did confirm with Daz. He's a very busy boy at the moment, which is why he's not on this podcast right now. But we will be doing a live stream of the Icons of Sin with our ugly faces on camera.
Yeah, you finally, if you don't know us personally, you actually finally get to put faces to the names.
Absolutely. We're going to be live from 5 p.m. Come and join us. I will make a Facebook event and all of that good stuff tomorrow as well. And it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. But until then, Chris, I hope you survive this hangover and this weekend.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll get some food in a minute.
Yeah. I don't know that we even need a topic for the 15th other than, it's our year anniversary. We'll just talk games and just talk, have some fun. Hang out is my plan.
Just words. We'll just be answering anything anyone asks us live.
And if not, we'll just
You're
have our
in charge of
general
the topics.
Chat. Absolutely, yes. Let us know the topics. Once we've got the event up, if people want to add topics, they can add them. And, if not, we'll just have our general chat and a gaming catch-up live. So I'm looking forward to that. I might even get a few beers in for that one. That could happen. So, until then... Sorry?
I said, yeah, why not have some fun?
Yeah, let's have some fun. But until then, thank you for listening, everybody. And stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye!